Hello everybody, this is Pastor David. It is Wednesday in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. We're here at the Community Church of Mount Pleasant. This is my office. This is where we get to meet every week, and I'm so glad we get to do that. I'm so glad I get to come visit you wherever you are. You may be at your office at work. Hope you're not getting in trouble. You may be at home. Don't know where you are. You may be traveling. But I get to visit with you for a little bitty bit of time today, and I'm thankful for that. So let me just catch you up on a couple things. We had a great weekend last weekend, as we always do here at the church. We had a men's breakfast on Saturday, and I gotta be honest with you, I was worried because people kept coming in, and I didn't know if we were gonna have enough food. I thought those guys just kept serving it. I think Jesus just kept on putting bacon in that dish. So we had a great time. We had over 100 men, and it was a tremendous time. Great services Sunday, the tribe Sunday night, and full week this week. We're wide open. We had Ignite Monday night, which was awesome. We had basketball Monday night. We have tonight we have volleyball, co-ed volleyball. We have discipleship groups. We have couples groups. We have all kind of things going. Worship team practice, and then this Saturday is our ladies' breakfast. I want to invite you Saturday to our ladies' breakfast, 9 o'clock. Sunday morning we have a special emphasis. Sunday is our Sanctity of Life Sunday. Great time, guest. Special message. I think it's going to be informative for you. And then next week for Valentine's, we're going to have a Valentine's banquet on February 10th right here on our campus. Get your tickets though. They're going pretty fast. We can only have so many in our cafeteria. And then we have, in February the 25th, we have a crossover event between the tribe and the classics. This is the young ones and the older ones, and they're going to have a party, and I understand there'll be some healthy competition. Scares me a little bit, but it's going to be a good time. And then the men's beach trip's coming up in March, so just a lot of good things. But let me give you a devotional today. I want to read a couple verses out of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and we've got Valentine's coming up, and this Sunday we're going to talk about sanctity of life, and then moving into kind of the love theme with Valentine's. And I want to talk a little bit about love today. And I always think like this. I think, okay, we talk about it, we read about it, there's songs. What does it look like? What does real love look like? And so today in 1 Thessalonians we see it, and this whole chapter in the beginning we see where Jesus is talking about the day of Jehovah. Now that means that in the last days when Christ returns, I would say the day that we're in now is not the day of Jehovah. This world, this culture we live in now is probably the day of Satan. In fact, the Bible tells us that he is the prince and power of this age, this culture. But there's going to come a day when that's going to change. The day of Jehovah is coming, and he's coming back on this earth to clean it up and start it over, and it'll be done right. He will be the president and the king and the monarch, and what he says will go. But anyway, he's moving down this chapter, and then he starts talking about the model walk of a believer. So let me show you in these verses, what does love really look like? And here it is, verse 11, this 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11. This is what love looks like. Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another. Build up, even as also you do. And we beseech you, brothers, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake. And be at peace among yourselves. Now we exhort you, brothers, warn them that are unruly. Do you do that? That's hard to do. You have anybody in your life that's unruly? Paul says to warn them, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient to all. See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men. Now, let me show you what that says. This is what love looks like. This is what love looks like. We think love is an emotion. It's a feeling. It's infatuation, oh, I'm in love. Well, that's all a part of it, but it's a small part. You know what real love is? Let me show you. Here's what real love is. Paul said, real love comforts those that are hurt. That's what love is. Real love edifies. That means you build people up around you. You comfort them, you edify them. And it says, you know them. You know what real love does? Real love is a relationship. Real love means you spend time with people. Not just your spouse or your kids, but people that you love. People that are in your family. People that are in your church. That's what love looks like. Then he says, esteem them. That means honor. Man, I gotta tell you, we're a little bit selfish in our society. We're looking out for number one. And sometimes we are not, boy, my daddy taught me. You say yes sir, yes ma'am. When a lady walks in the room, you stand up, you take your hat off. You know what he was trying to tell me? Honor people. Honor your parents. Honor your authorities. Honor your pastor. Honor your teacher. Honor your boss. Honor people. Man, what a message from Paul. That's what love looks like. Be at peace. Be at peace. Not be at odds. Even people you don't agree with, be at peace. And then he says something very interesting in the next verse. He says, warn them. Whew. That's hard to do because sometimes people don't want to be warned. They don't want you to tell them. That, guess what? The day of Jehovah is coming, folks. You best get ready for that. The day of the Lord is coming to this earth. Folks better get ready. Because the king is coming. And you're not going to have an advocate in an argument to that. Because he is going to, what he says goes. So we need to warn them. We need to comfort those, Paul said feeble-minded. You know what that means? Those that don't understand. They can't figure it out. They're confused. They're not mean and obnoxious. They just don't understand. We are to comfort them. Support those who are weak. Support. Do you support folks that are weak? And then the last one is be patient. Oh man, that's kind of tough on me because I'm not real, by nature I'm not real patient. I want things done now and done right, and I'm not always patient. And Paul said, you know what love is? Love is being patient with those around you. So I know we think love of Valentine's, hearts, romance, all that, but you know what? It's more than that. Love is comforting and edifying and knowing people and having relationships and honoring others and being at peace and warning people and supporting people and being patient. That's what love is. Let's get ready. Now we're moving into February. We're going to come up on Valentine's week. We got a Valentine's banquet. And we need to think and be more aware of how's your love life? Not just with your wife, but with people around you. Well, we're excited. I hope you'll come visit us Sunday. We're going to have a great day. Women's breakfast Saturday. God bless you. Thank you for letting us visit with you today.